tap will be between Wes Coffey of the Dixie Greyhounds and number 44, Mike McLean, 6'4" senior center. The shot is off by McLeod. Pre-game brought to you by Schaefer Chiropractic Clinics of Brookville and Eaton, first quarter. Wheels and Deals Auto Sales of New Lebanon. Bill Slack. McFarland in the corner. The shot is no good. Battle for the boards, not much because Wes Coffey is there. Dixie Greyhounds. McLeod throws it over in the corner. Rankin. McLeod from long distance. He dials. He connects. 2-0. Greyhounds up. Hackett with the basketball makes a move on Pepley. Hackett around three-point range. They work it inside. McLean, he's called for traveling. Burn Pig.
I tell you, this Dixie team is one of the finest defensive teams you're going to see, and that causes you to work hard on offense. It's hard to get a good shot off of Dixie.
That's the name of the game, work hard. Rankin, it's Pepley. Ken Branch from the corner. He connects. Ken, big tree Branch. 4-0, Dixie Greyhounds. Hackett with the basketball. First quarter, Wheels and Deals. Auto Sales of New Lebanon. Bill Slack. Irish looking rather green out there. Body foul, Burn Pig.
Well, Dixie sets up a lot of picks and screens inside, and number 44, McLean, I think he'd done a little bit of holding inside. It was picked up by the official, and Dixie gets the ball.
Pepley with the fake. Branch throws it in. Rankin gets it back out to McLeod. McLeod throws it back to Rankin. Rankin turn around, no good. Rebound to the Irish. McFarland over to Hackett. Hackett with the jumper. It's no good. Rebound. You guessed it, Dixie Greyhounds. Collision on the court. Branch gets up. McLeod. Ken Branch. Pepley. McLeod. In and out. Rebound. McLean. McLean, one personal foul. Only foul of the game so far. Defensive play by Branch. 5:36 in this first quarter. Brought to you by Wheels and Deals Auto Sales of New Lebanon. Catholic Central Irish. 20-3. McLean gets it back. The shot way off. Blocked by Branch. McFarland misses, but there's a foul in the paint area. Looks like it will go on Rankin of the Dixie Greyhounds. Rankin does commit the personal. Charles McFarland, 5'11", junior guard, will be at the charity stripe. Free throw attempt does not go in. Second one coming up. This one does land in the net. 4-1, Greyhounds up by 3. Branch. It's in the corner. It's back out. Pepley. McLeod. Branch. Coffey makes a move. It's good. Wes Coffey. Instant offense for the Greyhounds. Hackett. Way out from the basket. Still dribbling. Hackett almost loses it. The defense is there. Pepley, McLeod. Foul on number 34, Matt Lex Luther, an enemy of the Dixie Greyhounds. 6-1. Irish having no luck against the Dixie Hounds. Kicked out by Luther. Branch ready to get the ball inbounds to crank up the Dixie Greyhound offense. It's in the corner. Coffee back to McLeod. McLeod. Branch loses it. Pepley. Greyhounds taking their time, setting it up. They want to get it into Coffee, but turnover. Number 34, Luther, is there for the Irish. Under 4 minutes. 6-1. It's off the hands of number 20, McFarland. McFarland looking for a place to hide, but there is none here at the University of Dayton Arena. Houston comes in. McFarland does go out. First quarter, wheels and deals. Auto sales of New Lebanon. 3:48. Rankin. It's back out. Coffee. Pass broken up. Branch. Pepley. Dixie Greyhounds, be patient. The shot from the outside, it's off. Branch gets tied up with McLean. Alternating possession will go to the Irish. Timeout. Head coach Dave Smith scoring with Ted Landis Sr.
It won't take long for me again to give Springfield Catholic Central scoring because they have 1 point. And that is a free throw by Charles McFarland, a 5'11 junior guard. Dixie, Kent Branch has 2 points. He's a 6'3 senior forward. Wes Coffey, 6'10 senior center, has 2 points. And Phil McLeod, 6'2 senior guard, has 2 points. So far, Vern Big, it's all D.
Well, Dixie's definitely playing the defense right now, but on the offensive end, I think maybe there's a couple shots that Gary Pepley didn't want him to take, and maybe 1 or 2 times they forced it inside a little bit more than they should have. But, you know, it's there for Dixie if they just be a little bit more patient. They don't like to be too patient because they're also an offensive team. So, you know, I think Dixie can get it straightened out here and run off a few quick buckets here and put Springfield on a very bad situation whenever you've only scored 1 point in, 5 minutes, almost 5 minutes. You know, you're not very offensive right now.
No doubt about it. Hackett with the basketball. Springfield Catholic Central, the Irish. It's in the area of the Greyhounds, but they move it back out. They do not want to go inside, but they try it anyway. And they get rejected. It's back to Hackett. Hackett rejected. Battle for the basketball. Catholic Central. They are getting the shots, but they are not going very far because they are getting rejected. Greyhounds playing the tough D. Houston, Maurice. Luther with the basketball. Houston. Houston puts up the shot. It's good. The first basket for Springfield Catholic Central comes with 2:12. 6-3. Branch. Pepley. Catholic Central Irish crowd going defense. Rankin goes. He misses. Wes Coffey is there. Count the bucket. Wes Coffey, foul on number 10. Andy Hackett, 5'7", junior guard. Wes Coffey with 4. Hackett with the hatchet job on Wes Coffey. Coffey looks into the Irish crowd, in and out, misses a free throw. Rebound came off to Chesney. 8-3, 147-146. Maurice Houston from the corner, he misses. Branch kicks it out. Houston, Branch throws it over. The shot is good. We'll have to wait to see if they count the basket. They do. Burn big.
This is just what Dixie likes, to get a little bit of a running game and have controlled running game. The foul's on number 34, is it? Or 30? Houston fouls on number 12. Phil McLeod a chance to make a three-point play here. 10-3. He converts. 11-3. Dixie.
Dixie Greyhounds, red and gray all the way. The big D on the middle of the court could stand for Dixie tonight. We hope it does. Centel Cable Channel 5. They work it inside. It's back out. Matt Luther. Knocked away. Over and back. Burn pig. Use your analysis.
Chris Pefley made a nice play there. All Springfield Catholic would have had to do there was let it go in the back court and then get it, but he didn't. He went and got it and then went in back court. Over and back call. Nice call by the official. Good play by Chris Pefley.
The officials are Claymo and Giuliano Jr., Bob Giuliano Jr. And they know the Dixie Greyhounds well because they have officiated some of the games that the Greyhounds were involved in. And of course, they turned out victories. Turnaround jumper. Good. Coffey did the wheel, then the deal. And that's the way it's got to be. Dixie Greyhounds, 13-3. Hackett, 37-36. First period counting down. Wheels and deals, auto sales, New Lebanon. Stop in and see Bill Slack. Shot is in and out. Branch Skies. Foul on number 44, McLean. 2 on McLean. McLean trying to clean the glass. Griffin comes in. 6'4", sophomore forward. Branch at the line. It's good. Branch is there. 14-3. Dixie Greyhounds starting to get their offense cranking up. This one goes awry. Rebound Chesney. 17-16. First quarter about ready to be history. District championship. Forward 3. Will they get a shot off? They do. No good by Houston. That ends the first period, brought to you by Wheels and Deals. Auto sales of New Lebanon. Bill Slack, the owner. Stop in and see his cars. Scoring with Ted Landis Sr.
As we said, it won't take long. Springfield Catholic Central's Maurice Houston had a basket, Charles McFarland had a free throw, and that was it. For Dixie, Ken Branch has 3 points, Wes Coffey has 6 points, and Phil McLeod has 5 points. The score is 14-3. Everything's going exactly the way that everyone predicted it, that those basketball Centel Cable style, because Springfield Catholic Central, 20-3, is young. Dixie's a veteran club. Burn Pig, analysis.
Well, I don't know whether you remember or not, but back at the 3-minute mark, Springfield Catholic called a timeout. It was only 6-3 at the time. I think Catholic made a mistake by calling timeout because it gave Gary Pefley a chance to get his offense straightened out. They ran off 8 points in that 3 minutes and went up 14-3, where Springfield Catholic was hoping to make the adjustments, but it was Dixie that made the adjustments. Just a real fine quarter for Dixie. Good defense on Dixie's part.
Front row video. Tell Jeff hi. Springfield Catholic Central, frankly, cannot get off a shot. They cannot get the basketball inside. They're trying, but as you can see on Centel Cable Channel 5, they cannot get the shot. And there's a rejection, and a charge is called.
Wes Coffey made a nice rejection there, but the shooter continued in and tried to go to the bucket. An offensive foul, player control foul, goes over to Dixie, and we won't shoot the bonus because it's a player control foul.
14-3, 7:19 to go, second quarter. McLeod passes into Coffey. Coffey could have shot, doesn't. Back to McLeod. McLeod into Coffey again. McCoffey turns, he wheels, he deals, he misses. That time he hits the glass and it didn't kiss in. Hackett bringing the ball up the court. First time the Springfield Catholic Central could cheer for anything, and they're yelling air ball rather derisively. They'll regret that perhaps later on. Hackett with the basketball. Passing over. Here comes the drive, and he shoots. No, it's a pass instead, and then the shot. Up and missed by Maurice Houston. But they do come away, and then Pefley with the steal, Pefley with the drive, Pefley with the move, passes the Branch. Branch goes in and is fouled. Let's see what the call is. I believe it is a body foul. 1-1. It will be on number 32. And Richie Griffin, coming in here, 6'4", sophomore forward, is learning the facts of life rather quickly in basketball. He has 2 fouls so far. He has, of course, no points. And here is Ken Branch at the line. Branch had 3 points in the first quarter. And Ken, the big tree Branch, waiting. McFarland comes back in for the Irish. And right now, the Irish are certainly not looking forward to St. Patrick's Day. They're not going to celebrate much tonight. Branch takes a basketball, swishes it, and he now has 4 points. The score, 15-3. Yes, that is the score. 15-3. Favor of Dixie. And now, how about 16? 16-3, 6.5 minutes left in the second quarter. The second quarter brought to you by Front Row Video of New Lebanon, and they certainly must be enjoying this quarter so far. 3 points. And here's Hackett. Hackett going to shoot. Hackett going to score. They're going to score against Dixie. You'd better hit the bomb. Here's a chance underneath. And a body foul called on Springfield Catholic Central. That's on number 32. Young Mr. Griffin has committed 3 fouls as a substitute. No basket, of course. And Griffin sits down. As a sophomore, he was rather hostile right now, but he'll learn that you can't show emotion on the court like that. Now, Wes Coffey will be at the line, shooting the 1 and bonus. The score, 16-5. And Coffey shoots and hits the free throw. The score now, 17-5. Dixie, unbeaten, untied, and apt to stay that way. 17-5 in the second quarter. Let's make it 18. And Dixie now is doing something that it usually doesn't do. That's hit free throws, and they are hitting everything they're throwing up. 6:02 left. And Hackett with the basketball. He proved he can score. And here's a shot from outside, and it's good. And Catholic Central, Jeremy Johnson scores. The shot's up and in by Rankin. Rankin retaliates, and now the scoring picks up markedly, 20-7. Hackett with the basketball. Hackett maneuvering against Pefley. Hackett gets a shot, and Hackett hits. Hackett is doing the job. 5'7", that's all. But he did a good job. Here's Branch, and Branch loses it to Pefley. Pefley to McLeod, and McLeod into Rankin, and knocked out of bounds. Catholic Central trying to make a game of it, but it's 20-9. 5:19 to go. in this, the second quarter. Here's the pass in and back out. Rankin's got it. Rankin shoots. Rankin scores. Darren Rankin, he's got 2 baskets in this, the second quarter. And with the 5-minute mark, we have a 22-9 tally. 22-9. Hackett, who has 4 points in this quarter. The only 4 points that Springfield Catholic Central has scored. And there's a foul, as Rankin was drawn into that. That, if I'm correct, will be the Hounds' 3rd foul. Let's see if we're right. No, it's only the 2nd foul, and both of them must be on Darren Rankin. Very unusual. Dave Smith stands up, talks to his club. And here we find a Nucci in the game for the Hounds. Here's a drive. McFarland is open and blew it. Gets it again. Now let's see what it is. Oh my goodness, intimidation, that's all. Intimidation, nothing else. You have to say it like it is. It's intimidation. And McFarland travels. Dixie gets the ball back. 22-9. Dixie having a good time tonight here at UD Arena. McLeod from way, way, way out and misses. And the smallest player on the court, Andy Hackett, somehow comes away with a basketball. This is a good young player. He's got the shot and misses. And Branch has the ball. He's on his way. It's a 3-on-1 to pass. It's back to Branch. Branch was going to stuff. And it's stolen. Beautiful job. Beautiful steal. And then, what is it, Vern Pig? A double dribble?
Well, what he did, he dribbled and then he got a hold of it with both hands and shoved it down on the floor again. That's the same as grabbing it in your hand and then putting it back down. It's a double dribble.
So, even a great play for Springfield Catholic backfired. Dixie with the ball into Branch. Branch is open. Branch shoots. Branch misses. And they're fighting for the board. Believe me, it's rough out there. Maurice Houston comes away with it. 22-9. We've got 4 minutes left in this, the second quarter. And here's a steal by Dixie Zanucci, but he knocks it just out of bounds. Gary Pefley tells his team, this is what you're doing right. Go ahead and keep it up. 22-9. Favor of the unbeaten Greyhounds from New Lebanon. The Springfield Catholic Central Irish of a good ball club, but they can't even get a shot. And here's a steal. Branch is on his way. Now he slows down, passes over to Pefley. Believe me, Catholic Central has to shoot way outside or they're not even going to shoot. Branch with the basketball inside to Coffey. Coffey's open. Coffey shoots. Coffey scores. No. Basket interference. And they say no basket. What is it, Vern?
Well, what caused that, Ted, was the ball was rolling on the rim. Unlike Coffey's shots, most of the time he really just puts them in real strong. And while it was on the rim, one of the Dixie players got his hands in the net area, and that's disallowed, and that's an offensive basket interference by the offensive team. The basket does not count.
Atlantis Junior scoring so far this quarter.
For the Dixie Greyhounds, Darren Rankin 4, Wes Coffey 2, Ken Branch 2. Total of 8 points for Springfield Catholic Central. They have already scored more than they did in the first quarter. Matter of fact, they have doubled their total. They have scored 6 in this quarter. Hackett with 4, Johnson 2.
That is the total for the half so far with 3:27 left. 22-9. That is the tally. It's no mistake. The Dixie Greyhounds are making defense a fine art tonight. Second quarter brought to you by Front Row Video of New Lebanon. Jefferson did win the first contest and won it convincingly over Green Hills. Now we have the green of Springfield Catholic Central with Hackett with the ball. Hackett over to Houston. Houston has the ball. He's number 12. Back to Hackett. And Hackett and Pefley dueling it out. Hackett drives and passes out. And they cannot get inside. They just simply cannot. Dixie's defense is tenacious. Now they maneuver outside. And finally a shot is up and in by Charlie McFarland. He got the deep corner shot in, and that's what they have to do. Now they've got half as many as Dixie. It's 22-11. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. Dave Smith stands up and says, get your hands up. Underneath it comes to Coffey. Coffey to Anucci. Anucci shoots and misses the rebound, however, taken by, guess who? Wes Coffey. And Wes Coffey had showed me something tonight I didn't know he could do. He got the rebound turned and pumped in one motion, and that's major college level stuff. Not that he stuffed it, he just put it through. 24-11. Here goes Houston, and Houston is rejected, and a shot, and Branch comes away with it. Oh, and it's stolen by little Houston. Branch turned his back on Houston and paid the price. Little Maurice Houston, 5'8", is good at moving. And there's a foul. There was a case where Andy Hackett absolutely worked for the foul, got Chris Peffley to do just what he wanted, and that doesn't happen often to Chris Peffley.
No, Chris committed himself that time. Like you said, Ted, that doesn't happen very often because Dixie just, they usually stay planted and wait till you make the move first and then put it back in your face. But that time, he overcommitted a little bit, but he learned from that, I'm sure.
Branch sits down now and takes a rest. And here's Hackett with the basketball. Dixie fans didn't like that particular situation, but no call. 24-11. Still, they have the ball. Springfield Catholic Central trying to work inside and get the shot. And it's up, and it's in by number 30. Jeremy Johnson, 6'2", has done a job. He has 4 points, and it's now 24-13. 13. That's about as close as they've gotten for a while. Let's see what happens with McLeod. McLeod is way out, takes a bomb. And an ill-advised shot, perhaps too far out. Rebound by Jeremy Johnson, who's doing a job for Catholic Central. And now, with 1 minute left, they could cut this lead to a single digit. 9 points, in other words. Right now, it is 11. And they're going to work perhaps for one shot. We're down to 55 seconds and counting. Jeremy Johnson did a good job for them. Now we have Hackett with the basketball. That's number 10. Centel Cable Channel 5 bringing you this telecast on a Friday night at 6:45 and again on Saturday at 11 a.m. The Dixie party perhaps will have to be postponed a while. Catholic Central doing a good job in the second quarter at getting back into the contest. Now they're down to 25 seconds and little Houston with the ball. Over to Hackett. Dixie crowd now yells, boring, boring, boring. But Catholic Central seemingly is going to work for one at 15 seconds. Watch it. Let's see who takes a shot. And the shot is a wild one with 10 seconds. But it's rebounded up twice, 3 times, and then taken off by Branch at 4. Do they have time? McLeod live. McLeod pumps. And it hits the rim and bounces awry. 24-13. Bird Pig analysis while Ted Landis Jr. does his thing.
Well, Ted, like we was talking before, it's really not a pretty game to watch a lot of times because both teams are playing really good defense. They're hitting the boards good. Both teams is forcing some shots. Even Dixie's forced a few shots that I'm sure Gary Peffley didn't want him to shoot. But it's that kind of half. The second half could be totally different. I look for Dixie to come out and maybe with a whole lot more offense, maybe a little bit more fast-breaking type stuff where they can score a little quicker. 24 points is not very many in a half. Of course, 13 is a whole lot less than that. It's still an 11-point lead at halftime. It's pretty hard to overcome an 11-point deficit whenever you got a team like Dixie you got to try to come back on.
No doubt about it. Burn Pig. Dixie Greyhound scored 10 points in the second quarter. Springfield Catholic Central scored 10 points. Scoring Dixie Greyhounds at the half. Ken Big Tree Branch 5 points. West Instant Offense Coffee with 10 points. Darren Rankin 4 points. And Phil McLeod 5 points for a total of 24. For Springfield Catholic Central, Hackett 4 points. Houston 2 points. McFarland 3 points. and Johnson 4 points for their big total of 13 for a half. But it happens. The Irish down by 11 to the Dixie Greyhounds. Second quarter is brought to you by Front Row Video of New Lebanon, Jeff Fannin. This halftime being brought to you by New Lebanon Dairy Queen. Third quarter, Fresh Ideas Hair Salon. Stop in and see owner Mary Blosser. She, of course, has a daughter on the cheerleading squad, Mary Ann. The shot's good. Maurice Houston, the Irish. Branch with the basketball. Back to Pepley. McLeod. Coffee back to McLeod. Fight for the basketball. Alternating possession will go back to the Dixie Greyhounds. 24 to 15. Greyhounds up by 9. Lob pass. Branch is there. Foul on the play. 7:23 to go. Foul on Luther. 2 fouls on Luther. 7:28. It's back. Greyhounds working it around as only they can do. Branch. Rankin. Branch. Decides not to take the shot. It's off the glass. Pass does not go. Irish. McLean. Shot no good. Rebound. West Coffee, Dixie Greyhound. McLeod. Rankin misses. McLean is there. 6'4" senior. Does not want his season to end now. 9-point bulge. Greyhounds. McLean puts it up. The second time it goes, there is a foul. Possible 3-point play. 24-17. McLean's first 2 points. Rankin picks up the foul. According to our stats, he has 3 personal fouls. Anucci comes in. McLean at the charity stripe. 24-17. Greyhounds lead. It's short. Knocked around. Luther. Houston. Irish were fortunate enough to get the rebound off the missed free throw. Hackett to Houston. The 2 H's. Houston misses. Battle on the boards. Ken Branch climbs down with the basketball. Shots up and in. Tony Anucci. 26-17. Greyhounds with their first bucket in the third quarter. Third quarter brought to you by Fresh Ideas Hair Salon. Rebound. Comes out. Dixie Greyhounds. Branch with the basketball in between his legs over to Pepley, the coach's son. Chris makes his move. Foul. Burn Pig.
Chris made a nice move there. And number 10 for Springfield Catholic, Hackett, made the foul. I think this is going to be a non-shooting foul. It looked like Chris was going to shoot, but no, he passed off, so it's going to be out of bounds under the basket.
26-17, 5:28. Third quarter brought to you by Fresh Ideas Hair Salon. Stop in to see the stylist and owner Mary Blosser. Branch. It's good. Ken Branch 28-17. 7 points for Branch as he starts to get unlimbered. Shot no good by McFarland. Peffley weaves. Nanucci misses. Branch up over everybody. He gets the roll. Ken Branch. Get in the Dixie Hounds up. They've scored 6 in this quarter to 4 for the Irish. Houston from the corner misses. Branch is there. 3-on-1. Let's see what we have. We have traveling. Branch wanted to do so much with the basketball. Called for the moving violation. 30-17, 4:23. The game has been a quick one, up and down the court. Not many fouls on the Hounds. Fall away jumper, good shot. Andy Hackett. Anucci from the outside. It's good. Nothing but the nylon. Anucci has exploded for 4 points in this third quarter to go with Ken Branch's 4 points. Knocked out of bounds. Anucci firing up the Hounds. Third quarter, fresh ideas. Hair salon. Shot is in and out. McLean has his shot knocked away. Foul around the paint area. 3:39.
Dixie foul number 52.
Foul on Coffey. His first. McLean. 6'4", senior center. McLean, it's good. 32-20. Point margin. Rolls around and around and around and around and around. And in it goes. Irish did have the luck. 32-21. Quarter even in scoring, 8 apiece. Inside. Coffey doing the job. As only he can do. He has 12. 34-21. Corner. Branch. 1-on-1. He wheels, he deals. It's partially blocked. Battle. Branch comes out with it, puts up a shot. A foul on number 22, Gibson Smith, 6'2", sophomore guard. We'll double the number 22 and make it number 44. But it is on the Irish. Anucci. McLeod. Underneath 3 minutes. Hounds working the basketball around the perimeter. Branch from behind the bankboard misses. 3 fouls on McLean. Timeout. Dave Smith. Third quarter being brought to you by Fresh Ideas Hair Salon. Stop in and see them. They not only have the fresh ideas, they have the best ideas for your hair care.
Headliner senior with the scoring quickly. Ken Branch had 4. Wes Coffey 2. Tony Anucci comes in as a substitute and gets 4. That is what Dixie needed. For Andy Hackett for Springfield Catholic Central has 2. Maurice Houston has 2. And Mike McLean, 6'4" senior center, got 4. But an even score favors Dixie. It's 13 points for Big with 2:31 to go.
Well, Tony Annucci did come in for Rankin there in the middle of the quarter, scored 4 points. Now, a lot of people don't realize, but Tony Annucci would be starting for a lot of ball clubs, and just a real fine player defensively and offensively. Looks like Dave Smith is going to call timeout around 3 minutes of every quarter. And so far he's done it. It worked the second quarter. The first quarter it didn't work at all. Let's see what happens here. Dixie went on an 8-point run the first time he called timeout. Let's see if Dixie can do it right here.
McLean throws it into Houston. We're back to the action. Dixie Greyhound basketball. Steal by Branch. Branch dishes off. The shot is good. Tony Annucci. Dixie Greyhounds wheeling and dealing. Dixie Greyhound fans are up in unison. The whole town is here tonight. That's the way it should be. Foul on Luther. Free throw good. 3-point play. Tony Annucci. 37-21. 16-point bulge. Dixie Greyhounds. Red and gray all the way. Houston. Knocked out of bounds by Annucci. Annucci has 7 points in this quarter. Did not score in the first and second. But he has done the job in this quarter. 2:02, Pepsley knocks it out. The Greyhounds with the superior defense and the superior team. The way they're playing, there's no doubt about it. The Irish 20-3 record. Shot from the outside, no good. And that's about all the Irish are getting, just one shot. Greyhounds taking over. Branch, skying again. Big tree, Branch. The pass was there, the shot was there, and the Dixie Greyhounds are there. Pepsley with the assist. Shot is way off. Follow up, no good. Chesney gets it back. Houston, he waits, takes his time, and he hits. Houston, impressive. 39-23, all the way, it's good. Annucci with 9 in this quarter. What more can we say about Tony Annucci? 6'2", senior guard forward. He's everywhere in this quarter. 41-23, Greyhounds up by 18. Hackett, way back. McLean. Houston in the corner. The jumper is good. Perfect. Behind the back, Pepsley. Hits Coffee in the back of the head, but Branch is there. Quickness, Dixie Hounds. Annucci, can he do it again? He does! Tony Annucci. 11 points for Tony Annucci in this quarter. 16-15. The Irish will probably just go for one shot. McLean looks around, gets it over in the corner. Branch reach-in foul with 4 seconds. 43-25. Substitutions come in for the Irish. First foul on Ken Branch, 6'3", senior forward. It's in the corner. Houston takes a shot, and it does not go in. Very interesting final shot. Third quarter brought to you by Fresh Ideas Hair Salon. Owner Mary Blosser. Stop in also to see the stylist. They will do you upright, scoring with Ted Landis Sr.
Here we have Andy Hackett from Springfield Catholic Central with 2 points. Maurice Houston did very well with 6 points. Mike McLean had 4 points. That's all for Springfield Catholic Central. Now let's look at Dixie Greyhound. Had only 3 people score. Ken Branch had 6. Wes Coffey had 2. But the big story, 6'2", senior guard forward Tony Annucci with 11 points. Vern Pig, that explosion really did the job.
Well, then again, we have to go back to that timeout with about 3 minutes to go. Smith has called timeout all 3 quarters with about 3 minutes to go. It didn't work the first time, it worked the second time, and again, the third time it didn't work. Dixie outscored them 9-4 in that last 3 minutes, and Tony Annucci scored 11 points. Really sparked the offensive end. Tony Annucci has a lot to do with what Dixie's done all year long, and he proved how good a player he is in that quarter.
Right now, Springfield Catholic Central, down 43-25, has the basketball, but does not know what to do against Dixie except shoot the bomb. And they do, and they miss. Taken off by Pepley. Pepley passes over to Annucci. Annucci drives, and a beautiful play, and I believe the official was completely out of position to call that, Vern. I believe he called a foul.
Ted, he did call a foul on that. From here, it looked like a clean block, but you know, he's a lot closer than we are, even though it didn't look like he was where he should have been. But Annucci again, going up for the bucket, got a chance to make 2 more right here.
Excellent play by Andy Hackett, even though he got the foul call against him. Annucci, who is right now so red hot, he could also run for mayor of New Lebanon and be elected without any problem right now. He has a total of 12 points, and he shoots, and he did miss. We might have jinxed him there. That public office will do it to you every time. Here comes Hackett, 44-25. What a glory it is, though, to be a mayor. My father was one once. Here it is, underneath. Oh, Branch makes a play, and he knocks it out of bounds. How nice it is to see a defensive team like Dixie, 44-25. Nice unless you're playing against them. Shot up, missed, and Branch skied. I don't know how he got that, but he did. Here he comes. He drives, he passes, and he got the back, and he hooks, and a little hook. Ken Branch simply is an athlete, an acrobat. He moves his body beautifully. 46-25. Here's a shot up, in. Andy Hackett, 8 points, refuses to fold. He's a very good ball player. In it comes to Branch. Branch out. I don't know how Branch got it, but there it is. A shot no good. There's the big man. He's got it. It's up. It's in. Big West Coffey, 14 points, and Dixie is blowing it out. It's 48-27. The Hounds in Hound heaven right now. Here comes Hackett. Oh, Andy Hackett's going to be a ball player. He's only a junior. Here's his shot. It's in. Andy Hackett making me look good. Right now, though, Dixie looks real good. Here comes Branch. Oh, what a move. Here he is. Watch him deal. Watch him wheel. Here's the pass. McLeod is fouled. He can't get the shot up. It's the foul on number 30. That'll be Jeremy Johnson. Right now, Vern Pig, everything Dixie wants to do, they can do.
Kenny Branch just asked to be taken out of the game. He's been up and down the floor a lot of times, so Crawford's coming in for him, and Rankin's coming back in for Annucci. Annucci just played a fine. He played about 7 minutes and scored 12 points, just getting a standing ovation by the Dixie fans. This is Dixie basketball. You know, I'm excited. Even though I'm from Brookville, I'm still a Dixie fan.
You have to go with the SWBL, and the SWBL stands tall as Dixie stands tall. And here we have a shot by McLeod, a free throw, good. Phil has another one. Phil sets, he shoots, he misses this one, and the rebound is taken off by Catholic Central. The Irish down 20 points, 49-29. That's right, 49-29. Hackett with the basketball, a magician. That's all there is to it. He can move. Over to Houston. Inside it goes. Back to Houston. Houston takes a bomb. It's no good. And the rebound taken off for the Hounds. And here comes McLeod. McLeod passes off. The shot is up. No, it is rejected. A very good job. And Springfield Catholic Central has not quit. Give them credit. Gibson Smith got a rejection there. But still, Dixie in complete control of its destiny at 5:55. And why not? They're undefeated. Ball knocked out of bounds, however, and a floor turnover. Gary Pepley picks up the basketball, hands it to the referee, and stands up and exhorts his team. 49-29. Little Houston with the basketball. Another good ball player. Houston's only a sophomore, if you please, and he can maneuver. Here he goes, wheeling and dealing in the paint. But to get the shot to fall, that's another story. And it's taken off by Rankin, and Little Houston just simply is out-muscled here by big Darren Rankin. Rankin, perhaps the unsung member of the Dixie Greyhound Quintet. 6'4" senior forward. He has only 4 points. And incidentally, Chris Pepley, great player that he is, has dished off very well, but he has yet to score a single point, and I am told that he only shot 1 time so far this entire contest. Branch now comes in for Wes Coffey. Wes Coffey gets his standing ovation, and the Hounds are howling in New Lebanon. 14 points for Coffey. Ted Landis Jr. tells me 14 points, and the undefeated Hounds are going to roll on unless something miraculous happens. And it doesn't look like it will. Rankin hits a free throw. Springfield Catholic Central, a fine team, a young team, very young. 20-3 this year, and they'll be back. You can count on it. Here's a shot by Rankin, no good, and it's pulled down by Catholic Central. They always give that ball to Hackett. 5'7", junior guard, and he is something. He is something. He maneuvers, he shoots, he scores. He now has 12 points. Andy Hackett. And here's Branch. Branch on the way. Passes over. Crawford's in there now. Number 40. The pass comes inside to Rankin. Rankin back out. And still Crawford has it underneath. Back out to Crawford. Crawford passes inside. Back out to Pepe. And Pepe takes his second shot. And I'm glad I said that he'd only taken 1 shot, because now he's taken 2, and he's hit 50%. 1 for 2. So his name is in the scoreboard. 4th quarter, Schaefer Clinics of Chiropractic, Brookville, Dayton, and Eaton. There's a shot up. Missed by Hackett. Didn't know he could miss. Branch skies, and he's tied up. And this is interesting. Here we have Big Ken Branch tied up somehow by little Andy Hackett. Now they're bringing in Pentecost. They're taking out the Dixie players one by one with 4:39 to go. Gary Pepley never pours it on. And here's a foul. Let's see if it's on Andy Hackett. I believe it will be, but we'll wait and see. If it is, it would be his 4th foul. And it is his 4th foul. Andy Hackett has never given up. Vern Pigg, this young 5'7" guard, he's something.
Well, he's really a coach's dream to have a kid that can fight and scrap and take those nice penetration shots. He's got, 12 points, and, that's almost half of their offense. Chris Pepe just sunk one there. His 3rd point for tonight. He's been a really fine assist player tonight. He hasn't scored a lot of points, but he's still done a fine job.
And he has another free throw. Chris Pepley, the cream rising to the top. Dixie cream, that is. 4:35 to go, 54-31. Springfield Catholic Central learning the lesson that they're all learning, and that is simply that Dixie is what they said they were. Undefeated and apt to stay that way. 3 shots, and finally a foul. And I believe the foul will go against Dixie's 42, Darren Rankin. That should be his 4th, if I'm correct, and I am. 4:21 to go in the contest. The contest long since decided. It's just a matter now of the final score. Jeremy Johnson, who had 4 points in the first half, now adds 1 in the second half. Give him 5. 4th quarter, as we said, Don Schaefer, Chiropractic Clinic of Brookville, and his brother, another Dr. Schaefer in Eaton. Next free throw missed, and then a rejection by Coffey. And finally, the shot is up and is in. And give credit there to Richie Griffin, not Green, Griffin. The public address announcer got mixed up. Here's the Hounds maneuvering. The shot up, no good, but we'll have free throw shot by Alan Pentecost. Alan Pentecost, and he's another one. Another senior. Almost any other ball club, he'd be there. If that's Hackett, he's gone. Let's wait and see. 4:03, I think it's 5 fouls. on a very good ball player. And let it be said here on Zentel Cable, Channel 5, that this young junior has stardom written all over him, even though he's just 5'7". He is, as Vern Pick said, a coach's dream. He does it all and he never quits. That's why he fouled out. Here's the shot. It's up and missed by Pentecost. He'll have another 5'10", senior guard. The Greyhounds having themselves a fine time here at UD Arena. And what a crowd they have. Another shot up, and again he misses. The rebound taken off by Springfield Catholic Central. They maneuver across the timeline. Get it back to Houston. Now Houston will probably be the shooter. Let's see if he does. No, he passes off. Inside they come, and the shot is up and in. Give credit there to Jeremy Johnson, who now has maneuvered for 7 points. Here's Branch, and he passes awry. Dixie getting a little sloppy now with 3:37 to go, and it may well be that the Hounds themselves are tired. Vern, when you put out this kind of a defensive effort, it takes a toll too, doesn't it?
Well, I'm sure these boys are tired because to play the kind of defense Dixie plays, like you said, it takes a lot out of you, emotionally and physically, but they're going to be ready to play the next game, I'm sure.
Here is a foul against. No, it I thought was against Dixie, but instead they're walking Dixie's way, so the foul must have gone against Catholic Central. And they put it on Griffin, and that's 4 on Griffin. Ken Branch will be at the line for the Greyhounds, the undefeated Greyhounds. And now we can say it for sure, they're going to be 24-0. Springfield Catholic Central will go out at 20-4. They are big, they are strong, they are young. That's the story. Dixie is big, strong, talented, quick, and one other adjective, they are veterans. Up, in, and Ken Branch, and congratulations. Here we go. Back to action. 55-36 as someone unplugged us here at UD Arena. And here's some action out on the court. And let's see what the call is on this one. Actually, no call. They just give it back to Springfield Catholic Central. Sorry we got unplugged, but that's the danger you have when you have a crowded arena like this. Up, in by Houston. And Houston has now gotten 10 points. Here's Branch, across the timeline, over to Peffley. Peffley, the trigger man, always anchoring, over to McLeod, back to Peffley. Peffley trying to eat some clock, and the shot is up and in. I don't know how Coffey got that one out, but he just does. 57-38, 19-point lead, and 2 minutes and a half left to play. Inside they come. The shot is up and missed, and the rebound is fought for, picked up by McLeod. McLeod to Branch, then to Peffley. Here comes Peffley, hounded, of course, across the timeline by Houston, who falls down. Learning at the hands of a master, that's what it is. And here goes Peffley. Peffley dishes to... And I don't know what the call will be. I believe Coffey was fouled or committed a foul. We'll wait and see. 2 minutes and 1 second. And it is Coffey's second foul. Coffey's second foul. This fourth quarter being brought to you by Schaefer Clinics of Chiropractic, Eaton, and Brookville. And certainly they are sponsoring a neighboring town, but they don't mind a bit. They sponsor the Dixie Greyhounds because they're good sportsmen. And of course, both teams are very good sportsmen out there. We have Big Mike McLean shooting and missing the one in bonus. And with only 2 minutes left in the contest now, the issue has long since been decided. Here we have another foul on number 12, Houston, and that should be Houston's fourth foul. Wes Coffey will be at the line. It's interesting, Maurice Houston is 5'8". Wes Coffey, 6'10". It's hard for Houston to even reach him to foul him. Up and no good. This last quarter has been a Dixie quarter. And here's Branch. Here's what everybody wants to see. Here it comes. There it goes. Bam, wham, jam. Bam, wham, jam. And everybody in Dixieland waited for that. That's what they wanted, and they got it. The score, 59-38, and Ken Big Tree Branch brought it home. Oh my goodness, the Dixie crowd is just ecstatic. Here's a shot up, in. No, it doesn't go in. It bounces awry, and a foul. A foul on Dixie. But Burn Pig, that's what the crowd came to see.
Well, I know myself, whenever Branch got it about mid-court, I stood up because I didn't want to miss anything. They just took somebody out of the, who was it? They just took Branch out of the game, and he got a standing ovation. It's time to empty the bench now and let all the fans rejoice.
Number 44, Mike McLean, just missed his free throw. And going out right now, Ted Landis Jr., who is it?
Wes Instant Coffee.
Wes Coffey ends up, I believe, with 16 points. Dan Baker comes in, now getting a little playing time with 132. It's a wonderful thing to have an undefeated team and then to be able to clean the bench, let your players play. Here's McLean. Misses again. The shot, the rebound is up, and it is in. Jeremy Johnson having himself a fine game. He has a total of 9 points. Now let's see if the Dixie subs can score. Oh, would they love to. Underneath, Frio passes, good pass, and the shot is no good, and a foul. Anucci, who could not miss, was fouled, I believe. And now, Dave Smith, good sportsman that he is, has also cleaned his bench, brought in every sub that he's got. There are people in there right now, such as Griffin, Johnson, Howell, Gibson Smith, Mark Sellers, Chris Kessner. Let them play. Tony Anucci at the line. Anucci has, by our count, 12 points tonight. He has the one in bonus, and he misses. That hot streak evaporated, but while it was there, oh, wasn't it fun? If you're a Hound fan, that is. And who isn't? On Centel Cable Channel 5. And it's out. Out of bounds. Now I look to see Tony Anucci go out, and he too should get, and does get, a standing ovation. With 1:03 left in the contest, Dixie with the basketball, and a foul has been called. No, they say he's out of bounds. And they give the ball back to Catholic Central. 19-point lead, 59-40. Ted Landis Sr. bringing you the last 101. Here's a pass inside, stolen by Dixie, stolen back by Catholic Central. The drive, the shot, and it is good. Gibson Smith gets his name into the scorebook right here. Here's Jamie Friel with the basketball. And Big Friel has it stolen, ripped away. Catholic Central driving, trying to get the shot over to Houston. Houston passes off. The shot instead is taken by number 22, Gibson Smith. And they may have found something in Smith for next year. Here's a steal, up and in. Maurice Houston, and this margin will never show Dixie's superiority, because it's now down to 13 points with 22 seconds left. That's how quick points can be scored in bunches. Now Dixie eating the clock, and why not? Let it in. 59-46, 11 seconds, 10 seconds. Dixie counting down. The shot and a foul. And at the line will be Dan Baker. And here comes Jerry Bemis, also playing the foul on Kalen Howe, and in comes Bemis for Dixie. Out goes number 40, that'd be Darren Crawford, another senior. And here we go. Dan Baker stands at the line. Oh, would he love to make this one. And up, and it doesn't go in. He'll have another. Dixie yelling. They're number one. And who's going to dispute them? And now they're yelling, we want Jefferson. The shot is in. All right. Give Dan Baker credit. Dan Baker scored 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and a jam is missed. Everything goes wrong for Catholic Central. Even a last-second jam, and if it would have gone in, we'd have cheered for them. But that's the way it goes. The final score, and it is not indicative at all of the superiority of the Greyhounds, Vern Big, 60-46. Tell it like it really was.
Well, Ted, in that third quarter, Dixie was having trouble with their offense. Tony and Nucci come in and just ignited their offense, and they just continued from there on. Tony and Nucci finished up, with 12 points, I think, and he got 11 of those in the third quarter in about 6 minutes of play in the third quarter. Just a fantastic offensive display there. Dixie won the game 60-46. That's only a 14-point margin, but they dominated the entire second half, and it just shows what happens in a ball game whenever you can dominate defense. They're getting ready for the awards now. Dixie fans are just having a good time with the players. It's just a beautiful sight to watch the players and the fans rejoice after a big victory at the district finals. It's fun to watch. I hope someday Brookville has the same chance.
One thing we do want to emphasize again, Springfield Catholic Central, 20-4 as they end up, is a fine young team, and they will be heard from next year. They just simply had the misfortune of going up against perhaps the best team in the state. We don't know that yet, but until somebody beats them, we're not going to say that they're number 2. We're going to say they're number 1. Oberlin is, by the way, rated and is still in the tournament.
Ed, I don't know if Oberlin's undefeated. I think they are. They were state champions last year down here at Dayton, and they only lost 1 player, so they're a mighty fine team. It would be nice if Dixie and Oberlin meets in the state finals, but there's a long ways to go. We got to just get 1 game at a time. Next week it's the regional semifinals, and then the finals, and maybe who knows what. Maybe they can go on from there. We just hope they can get the next one.
Final scoring, Dixie Greyhounds 24-0. This post game being brought to you by New Lebanon Discount Drugs. Roy Payne, stop in and tell Roy that you enjoy the telecast of the Dixie Greyhounds. Ken Big Tree Branch, 6'3", senior forward, 16 points. West Big Drink of Coffee, 6'10", senior center, with 16 points. Darren Rankin, 6'4", senior forward, 5 points. Chris Pepley, 6 foot, senior guard, the assist man tonight with 4 points. Number 34, Phil McLeod, 6'1", senior guard, 6 points. Tony Annucci, the man that came off the bench, scored 11 in the third quarter, ended up with 12 for the game. Moving down, 44, Dan Baker, 6 foot, senior guard, with 1 free throw. Total of 60 points. They're introducing the Dixie Greyhound players. They're getting their district plaque from Mr. Ritter of the Eaton School System. Springfield Catholic Central, they bow out 20-4. Andy Hackett, 5'7", junior guard, 12 points. Maurice Houston, 5'8", sophomore guard, 12 points. Charles McFarland, 5'11", junior guard, 3 points. Luther held scoreless. Chesney held scoreless. McLean, 6'4", senior center. He was frustrated all night, ended up with 4 points. Gibson Smith, 6'2", sophomore guard, scored 4 points. But it was over when they scored those points. Jeremy Johnson, 6'2", senior forward, ended up with 9 points. 5 scored in the fourth quarter. Dixie Greyhounds. Number 32, Richie Griffin, 6'4", sophomore forward, ended up with 2 points for a total of 46. Final score, 60-46. Dixie Greyhounds, 24-0. On they go. Regional semifinals. They have received their plaques, and they will go right to the ladder that will go up to the net, and they will take the net down. Speaking of the Dixie Greyhounds, the post-game being brought to you by New Lebanon Discount Drugs, Roy Payne. And let's go over who the Dixie Greyhounds will go against next. I believe they will play the winner out of
Ted, Dixie plays the winner of the Athens District, and I'm not really sure who that is. We think it might be Greenfield McLean, which is also an undefeated team. We're not really sure whether there's two winners out of that area or not. It says the Athens lower winner, but I think there's only one team coming out of there, and if that's the case, it is Greenfield McLean. And Greenfield McLean, if you remember last year at Hare Arena, took Greenan into triple overtime, and Greenan eventually went to the state finals and got beat in the state finals by Oberlin. And so if that's the case, I'm sure Greenfield McLean is an awfully good team, and I would love to see that two undefeated teams at this level, and I think that is Greenfield McLean that Dixie's going to have to look at the next time.
But the thing that we do know for sure is that they will play Thursday night, March 19th, 8:15 p.m. right here, University of Dayton Arena. The Hounds started out the tournament here, and they would like to end it here too with a victory. But they have to go one game at a time. That's their goal, to play the next game.
We'll be back in just a moment. Right now we're watching Ken Branch as he gets his chance to go up to the net, and we'll stay with it just long enough to watch that net be cut down, and then Vern Pig will try to get Coach Gary Peppley on for an interview, but it will probably be some time, because I imagine that Coach Peppley is going to have a little conversation with a few people there from the news media, and why not? New Lebanon Discount Drugs bringing you this post-game show. What a picture it is to see that net almost completely down now, and certainly it is a thrill for us. Ted Landis Jr., look at that net.
Not much of a net, just a strand. Let's go over our sponsors, wonderful sponsors. West Coffee with the knife. He has it. They're yelling, coffee, coffee, coffee. Back to the sponsors. Pre-game brought to you by Schaefer Chiropractic Clinic of Eden and Brookville. Don and Terry. First quarter, Wheels and Deals Auto Sales. Second quarter, Front Row Video of New Lebanon. Halftime, New Lebanon Dairy Queen. Third quarter, Fresh Ideas Hair Salon. Fourth quarter, the Schaefer Clinics again in the postgame. New Lebanon Discount Drugs. Dixie Greyhounds.
Hello, winning coach, Gary Peppley. Gary, what about the game tonight with Springfield Catholic Central?
Well, Ted, we just tried to play aggressive defense. We wanted them to run up and down the floor with us. We thought that we had to take their wings away from them, because we noticed that their big men never left the block, and we thought that if we could take them out of their offense, we could cause a lot of problems, and we could get to them early, which, I thought our kids did a real good job. We did deny them well on the wings. We caused a couple turnovers early in the game. We didn't get a break going until the third quarter, but we did run up and down the floor with them, even on our set offense. We wanted to just run them up and down the floor, see if we couldn't tire them out. And I think our kids just did a great job.
A great job. At first quarter, I began to wonder if Springfield Catholic Central would get a field goal. I think they scored 3 total points in that first quarter, and that pretty well decided the ball game.
Right. It's very similar to the Baden game. We came out and we got on top of them early, and they just had a rough time coming back into the game. A couple times they made little runs at us, but they never got into a great big run. As soon as they scored a couple points, a couple baskets in a row, we seemed to rise to the occasion on defense or make a great play on offense, and we kind of choke off whatever they were trying to do. So I was really proud of what the kids did there.
As you look at the tournament now, Gary, you're now a member of the Sweet 16. Of course, that means there's only 16 AA teams left in the state of Ohio, and I believe you have some information that you can give to the people at Centel Cable. How does it look from here as to your next opponent?
Well, we'll play the winner of the Portsmouth South Point game out of Athens, and the Portsmouth club is just an absolutely phenomenal basketball team. We had them scouted last night, and they can just do it all. They've lost 2 games, one to a AAA school by the name of Zanesville, the other one to a Kentucky team. They have not lost to another Ohio team. They beat Dunbar in the finals of their tournament down there by 2 points, and I've talked to Mike Taylor a little bit about that. They've got just an absolutely phenomenal guard. I can't think of his first name, but his last name is Tubbs, and his brother was the great ball player from Miami University, and he can just do it all. I think he had 36 points last night. And they've got other players that are really tough. They just got a really nice ball club. Not real big and not real fast, but they've just got players who can do it all. And so I'll go there Saturday and see the championship game at Athens and grade them myself and see what we can do. We'll go back to work Monday and see what we can't do next Thursday.
And we all know that next Thursday is it?
Yes, next Thursday. And by the way, I've told you many times when you have me here, you said the Sweet 16, and our only goal this year is to get to the Sweet 8.
The Sweet what?
The Sweet 8.
Explain that to me.
Well, it's the next game. The only way we can get to the next game is if we beat Portsmouth. And so, that's our only goal. We just want to get to the regional finals now.
The regional finals. What about Tony Annucci's contribution from Off the Pines? I tell you, I thrill for that young man tonight.
Well, we tell our subs all one thing. When they go into the basketball game, we want them to make something happen, whether it's positive or negative, because they've got to make their presence known to the other team. And, we've got a great bench. We've got other guys on the bench who can do the job, and it was just Tony's turn. We wanted Tony to go in there and hold his own, and, boy, he played a great game. And Chris found him on the left wing many times on fast breaks, and Tony was hustling down the floor. We got him the basketball, and he scored. What more can I say? He just played a great game.
And I love that stuff by Kenny Branch. Again, I thrilled for him. I know you don't look for them necessarily, but when they come, they got to take them.
Well, at that point in the game, we wanted that dunk. I really felt that our crowd deserved it. And it just kind of, I think it was the final straw, it kind of sank the ship a little bit. I think that you could see their hearts drop a little bit when he hit that dunk, and I think that was really the end of the ball game right there.
Let's talk about the crowd again, the Dixie crowd. Tremendous crowd again tonight, and now you have to say it's building to a crescendo pitch the way that you like to see it go.
I like that word, Ted.
Crescendo?
Crescendo. I'm going to have to get a dictionary out and look that one up. I don't have the slightest idea. But our crowd is a great crowd. And all through the years, the great tradition of Dixie basketball, if you could put a good product on the floor, the fans in New Lebanon will show their appreciation. And, the more we've played this year, the more and more people are coming out. And, we really appreciate that. And I'm just so thankful for the crowd of New Lebanon. They've just done so much for our kids. And they are the sixth man. They've just done an absolutely phenomenal job for us. Sometimes the kids will do cheers that I don't like. I didn't like the one where they said we want Jefferson. I don't like to pick out any certain team. That's not the team that we've got to play. I'm not worried about Jefferson, and Jefferson's not worried about us. I'm worried about the winner of the Portsmouth South Point game. And so, that kind of cheers I don't really like out of the crowd. Baden kept saying that they wanted Dixie, and look what happened to them. They went home. They got all they wanted of Dixie. And so, outside of that, they're phenomenal. I just couldn't ask anything more out of a crowd. I'm just so pleased with them.
So are we, Gary. And once again, I want to congratulate you and hope again. And now we can say it. We now hope you are in the final 8, and then the final 4, then the final 2, and then the final 1.
Well, Ted, I'm not going to talk about that. I just want to get to that next game. I want to get to the regional finals, and that's our only goal. And then we'll worry about it. If we do get there, then we'll worry about a different goal. So, we try to keep our heads screwed on. We don't like to we're not a rah-rah team. We just like to go out and play basketball and let our basketball playing prove what we're like.
Get the job done.
Yeah, we do get the job done.
They do. Congratulations again, Gary. It's been a lovely, lovely evening.
Well, let's... Pregame brought to you by the State Fair Choir.